Running a business while staying calm, focused and energised can be a challenge. Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm a qualified breathwork and somatics coach, and I help busy women just like you to regulate their nervous system so that they can continue to show up for themselves and for the people that they love in their lives. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 daily rituals that keep me calm, focused and energised even when things get hectic. So ritual 1 is that every morning I move my body, and it might be something like this with weights, which I do regularly because I'm of a certain age now. I need to stop osteoporosis and all this type of stuff, but weights is also great for regulating the nervous system because it allows the body to discharge excess energy. It allows you to off-charge and to move any stuck energy in the body and to release any stress as well. So this is the first thing that I do in the morning. It might be this, it might be Peloton, it might be a walk with a dog. Hello and welcome to ritual number 2. So ritual number 2, I light some incense. And then I would normally walk around my office with this, just with the intention that I'm cleansing the air and the atmosphere to be a positive place for me to work. So I would normally walk around with this, with just that intention in mind. And then once I'd done that, I actually then go into a mantra practice. I use a Sanskrit mantra, and I'm currently working with the Ganesha mantra. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. No, you don't have to worry too much. This is not for everyone. For me though, this really helps to still my mind, and I find that when I sort of introduce people to mantra, that they either like really connect with it or they just don't get it. And the first time that I actually heard and saw someone doing mantra, I was just like, what on earth is that? I need to know what that is, and I need to like be in it and learn it. And for me, it just repeating those words, it helps to calm my mind. It's a form of breath work. So when you chant, I'll do like a couple of rounds and you can see what I mean. You're doing a short inhale and a long exhale. A long exhale moves the nervous system into parasympathetic rest and digest. So Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. And I would repeat that. I have some beads that I use. I would repeat that 108 times. Every time my mind wanders, I bring myself back to the words of the mantra. And this really helps to train your mind to be focused on one thing. Now, mantra might not be for you, so you can choose something else which would work in exactly the same way. It's a form of meditation, a form of mindfulness. So it might be you have something that you can do where you have to focus one pointedly on it. You can do it for 5 or 10 minutes in the morning. Maybe you do a craft. Maybe there's an instrument you play. I also play classical guitar, so this also works in the same way. And then my final ritual, you're joining me here at my desk because I'm going to show you this on the screen, but the final ritual that I do is, it draws on my background. My previous role, for 36 years I worked for Lloyd's Banking Group, and for the last 10 years of that I was a business coach, and it's called an agile coach. So it's basically helping teams to work more effectively and efficiently and to be high performing. So I use a lot of the techniques that I learned in that role with my own business, and one of the things that I do every single morning is I have what's called a Trello board. Now this is just a planning tool, and it comes from a thing called Kanban, which is a Japanese manufacturing process. And basically how this works is that you work on the highest priority thing. So you work out what I do first of all, which I'll show you my annual planner. So I work out what my year's goals for my business are. What are my big things that I want to achieve? And then you break down each of those big goals into smaller increments. And then each month, so I'll move you to May, I will have a list of stuff to do. And these are moving me towards this big goal. So this big goal is underpinned by all this other activity that I have to do. And in each of these columns, these are ordered in order of priority. So what's the quickest thing that I can do that gives the biggest value towards that goal? And then the next quickest thing and the next quickest thing. Now, each of these are then broken down into a smaller goal. So if you look at my weekly planner, you'll see these are colour coded. So each of these big goals that I've just shown you have been broken down. Let me go back to my big goals. Each of these have been broken down into smaller chunks of work that I can do in a day or less. And each of those chunks of work contributes towards one of these bigger goals. So I look at this planner every single day and I plan my day based on what's going to be the most valuable things that day to move me towards my goal. And this really helps me to stop from getting overwhelmed because, as you know, like as a business owner, or if you're in like a really high pressure job, there's never enough hours in the day. So it really helps you to focus on what are the key things to do today that I must do that's going to move me towards my goal, and what are the things that would be okay to actually leave until tomorrow or the day after or the day after. And then obviously tomorrow morning I would have a look, see if there's anything I need to carry over. If there is stuff that needs to carry over, that gets reprioritised against the stuff for that day, again in priority order, smallest, quickest thing that's going to give the biggest value at the top. And the same if new stuff comes in, I would prioritise it against the existing stuff using exactly that formula. So these three rituals, movement, mantra and daily planning, they take me less than an hour every single morning, but they really transform how I show up each day. They really transform how calm and in control I feel or not if I don't do them. If you're feeling a little overwhelmed at the moment with either your own business or in your job, then try one of these and just let me know how you get on. Let me know if you try one of these techniques this week and how it helped you. Thanks for watching.